Hi and welcome back to my channel. My name is Ashley. I'm an exercise physiologist, and today I'm going to be talking to you about some tips to regulate your blood sugar. I'm also going to be doing a little Lululemon haul review of some things that I got and I really have been enjoying. All right, so let's get into it. Okay, so first we're going to talk about the symptoms of high blood sugar. So really the goal of today is to help you prevent high blood sugar or diabetes type 2. Okay, you can follow these guidelines if you already have diabetes. Obviously, I'm not a doctor, and if you are under a doctor's care, you want to follow their recommendations. The goal should be to get off medications for long-term, regulation of body systems, internal body systems, but you want to do that with a doctor's supervision. So I'll leave that up to you, okay? So high blood sugar symptoms can manifest in the form of headaches, of blurry vision, of fatigue, okay, chronic urination at nighttime, a flushed face, racing thoughts, and hyperactivity in adults and children. I know that I experienced some of these symptoms, and I do still if I find that my blood sugar is high, if I'm eating foods that I shouldn't be eating. So I'll give you an example. Last night I went to the movies and I got some movie candy. I never do that, or rarely do I do this, but I do. If you know me, I do like Sour Patch Kids, and I was just, it was someone's birthday who I was with, and I was like, I'm gonna just have the Sour Patch Kids, and they tasted amazing, and they were delicious. But I found myself not really able to control how many I was eating. I was like, oh, I'm just gonna have like 5 and just be done with the bag. And I kept going back for more, and I kept going back for more, and I never felt satisfied. So I had to kind of like fold the bag up and put it away, because I could have literally eaten that whole bag. Now, is that candy giving me any nutrition? No, there's no value to it. Can I enjoy food? Can I sometimes just say, oh, it's not a big deal, I can have candy? Yes, but a little while after, I had a headache. It wasn't a bad one, but I could definitely feel like my heart rate was elevated and that my body was trying to process the food coloring and the sugar. Okay, so you may have had a similar experience. Now, this is one time, and I'm not perfect. I do like dark chocolate and different things, but I don't eat like that on a regular basis, okay? But imagine if I did, maybe every day, God forbid, that you're eating things that are raising your blood sugar to this level, because there's so much sugar in these candies, and it's not just Sour Patch Kids. At the movies, it's like every single thing that's there is bad for you, right? So if you were eating this stuff chronically, guess what? Your body, it's like a foreign substance to your body, basically, and your body gets overloaded, and it doesn't know how to process it, and then things start to break down. So I'm going to shed some light on that today. All right, chronic high, and I'll start with some research studies, and we'll go into what I think can help you. Okay, so chronic high blood sugar can cause dysregulation in various systems throughout the body. How does that happen? Okay, so in the context of diabetes, risk factors such as high glucose, oxidative stress, and inflammation can induce endothelial dysfunction, inflammation, and platelet activation and aggregation by regulating NLRP3 inflammasome, thereby promoting atherosclerosis. Okay, so the blood sugar is really tied to heart disease now. So the two are like going hand in hand. So I'm talking about, one thing causing, problems in other parts of the body. And there you go. So I linked that study below, and these are all current research studies after 2020. Okay, so what the heck is NLRP3? Okay, so NLRP3, the nod-like receptor protein inflammasome, is a protein complex that regulates innate immune responses by activating caspase-1 and the inflammatory cytokines interleukin 1 beta and interleukin 18. You may be thinking, what the heck does that mean? And I'm sure most of you have heard of interleukin. okay, and there's different ones, but they're basically inflammatory biomarkers, okay? You can get these things tested in your blood to see how much inflammation you have, and I've talked about this with you guys before, as well as CRP, C-reactive protein. Okay, so what is this telling us? It's saying that the NLRP3 is all part of this. It's talking more in depth about the inflammation. So when you are putting, like if you had an open wound, okay, and you're putting salt on that wound and you keep putting salt on that wound, it never has a chance to heal. Like the body wants to heal. If you have a wound, it will heal it, right? But if we keep giving the body things that are inflaming it and causing dysregulation, it never has a chance to heal. And then the body is trying so hard to fix it, but then it has to like compromise with other systems failing and breaking down, okay? So let's move on. How can we now, knowing this, help ourselves? Okay, because we live in this world, and especially if you're in America, sugary processed foods are pushed on us like it is the golden chalice of life, okay? And it is really the worst thing that we could possibly do for ourselves. Drugs, smoking, alcohol, and these ultra processed foods. So I really feel like if you can eliminate these ultra processed foods, so think anything in a package, anything that has a label really should be eliminated from the diet. Are there certain things you can have that are okay? Sure. Okay, but if someone is trying to lower their blood sugar, I would say just get away from every single thing that's packaged. You can, and then you may think, oh, what the heck am I gonna eat now? Nothing packaged, no bread, no this, no that. Get some rice, get some quinoa, get some beans, look up some recipes for like some soups, split pea soup, and you're not gonna add a lot of salt, a lot of sugar, you can add it to your liking and to your taste, but the problem is with these ultra processed foods and also going out to eat more than once a week. If you can stop going out to eat, that would be great, or limit it to once a week, because the foods are gonna have a lot of sugar, foods when we eat out, a lot of salt, which is gonna cause that inflammatory response again, which is not what we want, right? Okay, so another thing we can do to help ourselves is to exercise, okay? I'm an exercise physiologist, okay? What I do is help people enjoy fitness, okay? And that's my hope for you. So exercise can increase insulin sensitivity, okay? This is a good thing. When we have high blood sugar, the insulin is not regulated, okay? It is dulled and it's not sensitive. So you want to have sensitivity so that you can eliminate it, okay? That these receptors are sensitive. So exercise stabilizes the blood sugar, and even 15 to 20 minutes of walk, a light to brisk walk after meals is going to really be a game changer and help you reduce your blood sugar. Now, if you're having a hard time walking, you can use a bicycle, you can use, anything that's going to kind of get your heart rate up and get you sweating. Walking is really the best thing. If the only thing you can do is sit and lift some hand weights, okay, that's also an option. So don't defeat yourself in your mind saying, well, I can't walk for 15 minutes. Find something that you can do, okay? Find a routine that you can abide by. I'm planning on uploading some more workout videos for you guys soon, but you can sit in a chair and do an entire upper body workout routine. Maybe that'll be the next one that I do, okay? For 10, maybe 15 minutes to get that blood flowing, and do some light stretching, and then you'll be good to go, okay? So exercising daily, walking, biking, lifting weights, and stretching, eliminating packaged and ultra processed foods, and overeating. Okay, if you can do those two things, you can dramatically change your body and also your outlook on life, because how we feel in our physical body really affects our mind and vice versa. And I'll talk a little bit more about that in a moment. Okay, get 8 to 10 hours of sleep each night. You need to get rest. If you have kids, if you are taking care of, elderly people, everyone's got something going on. You need to prioritize your sleep, okay? There's something called sleep banking. So on the days where you have extra time, don't waste that time doing things that are worthless, scrolling on your phone for hours, or, you know, eating or overeating, or doing something that's not going to help you. Go to bed early. You know, you have a day off, you know, you're bored, take a nap, go to bed, get those hours of sleep, bank them, so then when you go through times where you don't have the time to sleep as much, you know, you've already kind of built up a little account of those Z's, okay? So you shouldn't, you know, do that on a regular basis. If you can get the hours per night, that's ideal, but, you know, we do what we can. You know, I talked about not drinking, because guess what? Alcohol turns to sugar in our blood as well. Okay, so if you can eliminate alcohol, or at least limit it, you know, that would be a great idea. Okay, so once you master those things, okay, sleeping, exercising after meals especially, okay, and in just incorporating exercise in your daily life, okay, and then eliminating processed foods and overeating. If you could do those 3 things, you are going to be in great shape, okay? And you're not going to see results in a week, maybe not in two weeks, a month, but this is a lifestyle change, and you will see positive changes, not only in your physical body, like I said, in your entire persona, your outlook, you know, everything. You'll be happier as well, and, you know, not be depressed. Okay. So once we've mastered those 3 things, I want you to focus on your breathing and your posture, okay? Allowing our chest to be open and bringing our pelvic tilt into place, which I have videos on that if you want to watch those, and having this proper posture for the majority of the time, and then focusing on your breathing is going to really help your mental and physical health and energy. So you can take time throughout the day to sit and just focus on your breathing. You know, you could breathe slowly in through your nose, out through your mouth. Do that, you know, 2, 3, maybe 4 times, and just focus your energy. It's really, really going to help you not rely on sugary processed foods and bad behaviors, you know, to get through the day or get through life. The next thing you could do is meditate and try to redirect your thoughts. Okay, so I'm Christian, so I meditate on the Bible, or I'll meditate on something I feel like God is telling me in my life. Meditating meaning playing it over in my mind, analyzing it, looking at it. Okay, so when you're reflecting on your thoughts, when you're focusing on your breathing, when you're still, when you're quiet, really taking the thoughts that come into your mind, taking them out of your mind and looking at them from different angles, and kind of seeing how you can, you know, maybe think about it differently, look at the situation differently, or, you know, become a better person through whatever thought or situation that is happening. You know, a lot of times we just have this tape or this, you know, message on in our minds that we don't even realize that we have control over that, and we just listen to it over and over and over. And let me tell you, sometimes it can be really, really just not aligning with our goals for our life. And so how do you think you're going to achieve a certain goal? You have to set your mind on those things and create an action plan to get there. So being still and being quiet is essential to reaching really any goal in your life. Okay, so meditating and redirecting thoughts. All right, so I have a few Bible verses for you guys. So, for as he thinketh in his heart, so is he. Okay, this is Proverbs 23:7. It says, so is he, and then eat and drink, saith he to thee, but his heart is not with thee. Okay, so I have a couple of comments on this, and I apologize. My nose is running a little bit. Now it's cold, that's why I'm wearing a sweatshirt. All right, so how we think about ourselves in our minds, how we perceive ourselves, really affects the person that we are, the choices that we make every single day in our lives. Okay, so we don't want to think too highly of ourselves, and we don't want to think too lowly of ourselves. Sometimes people will down themselves, or, you know, not take, you know, compliments, or, you know, just always try to see themselves in a negative light because they don't want to be too cocky, or they don't want to be too, confident or look like they're trying to be better than other people, right? Excuse me. So that's not right. That's not fair. That's not fair to you. That's not fair to me. So we have to have a right way that we're thinking about ourselves, not too high and not too low. And that really comes from getting to know God, getting to know the Creator, because He made you, and then figuring out how He sees you and being confident in that character of who He made you to be. Okay? Taking compliments, being thankful, learning how to redirect negative thoughts and criticism. All these things come with knowing who you are, because you know and have spent time with the Creator. Okay? And then the other part of this, it says, it is within this verse, I like to keep it in context, right? So, saith he to thee, but his heart is not with thee. Okay, so what do I think about that at the tail end of this verse? So, when you go out to eat, or when you are out with maybe you think are your friends, and they know maybe you are trying to eat healthy, you're trying to take care of yourself, exercise, all that, live a healthy lifestyle, and they are like, oh, come on, just have a drink, have one more drink, or have this dessert, or have, and it seems like they're being nice or trying to make you relax, or, just, be a good friend, but their heart is not with you. Right? So really take into account, like, yeah, okay, maybe what they're saying sounds easy, it sounds good, it sounds like it will make me feel better, but what's their intention? Do they really care about me? Sometimes when people care about us, they tell us things that maybe hurt our feelings a little bit, because they share a reality with us. And I'm not saying to be a doormat. I've told you guys that before. You got to know that balance. But when somebody that cares about you says something to you that is for your best interest, okay, you know that. And so we have to be more perceptive of those things and not just take the easy route. Oh, they're my friend. Yeah, I'm gonna have that cake. I'll have it, because it's gonna make me feel better, and I don't care. And that's so self-defeating, right? So self-defeating. And we learned about the blood sugar, what happens to the body. Okay, before I go on, there's one other thing I wanted to mention to you guys. If you do plan on having something that's super sweet, that is not like a fruit or something natural, try to eat a meal before that. I guess that's why there's like dessert after dinner. So I'm not saying to eat the dessert every time you have a meal, but if you're gonna have a piece of chocolate, maybe have like an apple before, or have like some bean soup before, or something with some sustenance, because your blood sugar is not going to take that spike. It's going to be more stabilized. Okay, and it's going to be better for you, less inflammation, and your body's not going to have to work so hard to process that sugar. Okay, so you can remember that. All right, so moving on, the second thing I want you guys to meditate on is 1 Samuel 16:7. For the Lord sees not as man sees. Man looks at the outward appearance, but the Lord looks at the heart. And this is the tail end of this verse, okay? But I really wanted to hone in on this. So we look at the physical appearance because we are in a physical world. We have a physical body. Everything is just what the eye sees, okay? But God, the Lord, He looks at our heart. He looks at our intentions. He looks at the nitty-gritty of our choices and our intentions in life, okay? So to really have the type of control that you need to say no to these bad foods, to say no to overeating, to say no to going out to eat, to splurging on bad things, to have that type of self-control, we need to look at our hearts. That is the bottom line. Okay, we can try in and of ourselves to do this on your own, and it will work for a while, and that's fine, okay? But to really get these long-lasting results, because we have to do it again tomorrow, and we have to do it again the next day, and the next, and the next, it is sitting quiet, having that time with the Lord, focusing on our breathing, and meditating on the Word of God and what God is telling us specifically, maybe to do or to change, or maybe just to rest in a certain thought or comforting emotion, because these thoughts create chemical reactions in our bodies, Okay, so if someone's bent on negative thinking, it can cause depression, it can cause anxiety, it can cause sickness, illness, colds, so many different things that we don't want, right? Okay, so looking at the heart is going to be the biggest game changer for us. And also, once we do that, when we see people, we can also look at their heart and their intentions for us. And it helps us to have that discernment of who I should be listening to and who I shouldn't be listening to, because, you know, this information is coming from someone who cares about me and loves me and also has I want to say a positive message behind it, but has really the Holy Spirit speaking through that person to you to guide you on your life's journey. Really is what it is at the end of the day. So that's been, you know, something that I've been working on, and I think you can really see that throughout my channel, looking at the heart of the matter, heart of people, and, you know, working through all the intricacies of that, because it's uncomfortable. You know, when you start to see the heart of others, maybe it scares you, maybe it makes you feel uncomfortable, and maybe it's easier to just go along with what the flow or whatever, you know, the person is doing, and you want to be part of the group or whatever. You know, there's so many different ways of looking at this, but if you're not thriving in your life, I would ask you, why not? Okay, you can have everything in the world, or you can have nothing at all, and you can still thrive in your life. And how do you do that? By having peace, okay, being able to be free from guilt and shame and anxiety and worry, and feel free to make whatever choice you want that's going to be healthful and adding to your overall success, right? So I'll leave you with that. I wanted to show you a couple things I got from Lululemon, and let's get right into it. So I'm gonna reach my hand in this bag right here, and I got some sports bras. This sports bra has like a little zipper here in the front, and I will say that I never pay full price for any Lululemon items that I show you guys. You can go on their website and they have a section that says we made too much. Okay, I shop on there, and you can also look for outlets around your town. This is high neck bra with zipper, and I'll link it down below, but it's super comfortable. I can wear it running and feel pretty secure with that. Okay, paid like 20 bucks or so for that. I think it was actually 30, but you know, these things last. I got this shirt here, that same pretty pink color. This one is stretch woven relax fit tank. Okay, it's a little bit bigger, and I actually plan to wear this like with jeans, but I just love the color, so I had to get that. What else is in my bag? Okay, I wish they had this when I was a kid. You know, when you used to have like a treasure chest at school, and you put your hand in and get like a little, you know, present. I'd really like that to be everything Lululemon. All right, this is like a little sheer like mesh long sleeve top. Looks really, really cute on. And this is on the We Made Too Much area of the website. Nulu mesh long sleeve crew neck bodysuit. You know, looks really good, and it keeps you from sweating all over the place, which is helpful for me because I sweat a lot. I got this skirt. I was kind of on the fence about it, but I really do like the color, and I have a couple other skirts like this, Pace Rival MR skirt. Okay, and it has shorts underneath. I'll show you. Okay, I will say I would size up with this because the shorts are pretty tight underneath, and you just want it to be comfortable. So that's all that's in the bag at this moment. I had some other things, but I already wore them. So, you know, Lululemon has men's clothing as well, very comfortable clothing, and then you can maybe think about these for some gifts for the ladies in your life. Okay, and I did have one other thing to show you, but I'll show you guys next time. Anyways, exercise, move, eat healthy, don't overeat, and fix your mind on positive things, good things. Practice meditating, practice sitting there and analyze your thoughts. Don't empty your mind. Let the thoughts come in that present moment. Maybe you need time to decompress. You need time to like catch up with yourself and see where are your thoughts naturally going. And then you can speak the word of God over those thoughts. You can pray, you can ask God, why am I thinking this way? Or God, help me to think in a different way, okay? And protect me from the forces of evil in this world. And if you can do those things, I really think that it will help you in your life to get the most out of this life and to feel all the emotions that we're meant to feel and have confidence in who we are. All right, so I'm done for today. I've been talking for a while. Thanks so much for being here. Thanks for watching. You can like my video if you like it. You can comment. If you want to donate to my channel, I have those links down below. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.